You good girl. Hello, my friends. My name's Julie, and I'm here with ShareJoy, and we are going to be going through a power vinyasa yoga sequence today. I took some aspects of HIIT, high intensity interval training, so we're kind of going to be going through these like quicker strength sections, and then we're going to take a big stretch together, kind of counteracting the movements that we're doing. So we're going to be strengthening and then stretching it out, strengthening, then stretching it out, but it will all be vinyasa style. So I hope you have a lot of fun with it, and yeah, listen to your body. If you need to take things slower, you can always do that. And if you hear really weird breathing and noises, it's the dog, right? Yeah. All right, so we're gonna start in Sukhasana, which is easy seat. If you want to, you can go crisscross applesauce like I am, or if you'd like, you can take your legs out in front of you straight, or you can sit in hero's pose on your shins. No matter what, find a nice and long spine. So if you're in easy seats, or if you're a crisscross applesauce, or if your legs are straight out, try to find those sits bones. So kind of rock side to side and feel the little bones of your pelvis that go down towards the floor. And once you find those, maybe rock back and forth on them and just find the absolute tip of them. And that's where you're gonna rest. And then think of your shoulders lining up directly above your hips and the crown of your head lengthening towards the ceiling. You can close your eyes here if you'd like to. We're just gonna find our breath and find a nice little centering moment, grounding down before we begin. So start to notice how you're feeling in this moment here. Maybe notice first how you're feeling physically. Are you tight in certain areas? Or maybe you're feeling energized. Maybe you're already starting to cramp up a little bit. Need to wiggle it out. Now notice how you're feeling mentally. And then begin to notice how you're feeling mentally. Did you have a stressful day? Do you feel like you're still thinking about things that you have to get done? Or maybe you're on the opposite end of the spectrum and you're just eager to get started. No matter where you're at, you don't have to change it. Just call attention to it. If you're feeling something, maybe try to put a name to it. So maybe I'm feeling anxious, maybe a little sad. And then move forward. And now start noticing your breath. You don't have to change it. Just call attention. Maybe start lengthening your inhales, breathing deep into your belly, and lengthening your exhales, trying to deplete your lungs of oxygen. Big inhales, filling your belly like a balloon. And big exhales as that balloon deflates. You're next inhale, try to inhale all the way up into your rib cage. Feel your rib cage expanding. As you exhale with force, force all of that air out. Take that again. Big inhale, expand your ribs, feel them coming apart. Big exhale with force. Good, this time inhaling even deeper, as deep as you can go, your biggest breath of the day. And it's gonna be your longest exhale, open mouth. Maybe take that one more time. Big inhale, deepest inhale, as deep as you can get it. And big exhale, maybe taking a big sigh this time. Good. When you're ready, you can flutter your eyes open. Keep in tune with your breath throughout this practice. We're gonna take our left hand down to the mat. Take your right hand. We're gonna take our hands, We're gonna move ourselves into a tabletop position. So hands directly beneath your shoulders, knees directly below your hips. Spine is nice and long. Take a big inhale and drop your belly down towards the mat, opening up your chest to the sky, maybe looking up. Big exhale, round out through your spine, becoming a little hollow with your back, little hunchback, maybe a turtle. Good, big inhale, drop your belly. Just finding these nice cat-cows as we start. Exhale, rounding out through your spine. Good, add a little bit of movement to this if you like, maybe taking in circles with your inhales, kind of opening up through your chest, and exhales, rounding out through the back. Finding what you need, maybe just taking more motion with that, and moving at your own pace through these. If you're going in circles, switch directions. Make sure you take it the other way as well. Just noticing how your spine feels in this moment. And when you're ready, you can lean back on your neutral spine. Spine is long. Think of your tailbone and the top of your head trying to get away from each other. So expanding them as far from each other as you can. Hands are nice and wide, fingers spread. Tuck your toes under. Big inhale once again, thinking of our tailbone. Reaching, crown of the head, reaching the other direction. And as you exhale, lift your knees slightly off of the mat. Good, holding your toes and the palms of your hands towards each other. Feel your core really engage through that. Kind of think about pressing out with your shoulder blades, like separating your shoulder blades from each other. So you have a little bit of rounding at the top of your spine. Big inhale. As you exhale, drop your right hip down towards the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left hip drops down towards the mat. Inhale. And exhale, moving at your own pace, finding what you need. Remember to keep pulling your toes towards the palms of your hand, keeping that engagement through your core as you lower. Nice little bend through your elbows. One more time. Perfect. Holding here in this little lifted tabletop. Knees are just barely above the mat. Big inhale. Big exhale, squeeze a little bit tighter and lower down. Good. Now go ahead and walk your hands forward, sit your heels back onto your hip. Okay, wow. Sit your hips back onto your heels. The struggle is real today. Coming into child's pose with your forehead resting on the mat. Good. If you'd like to, you can take your knees wide. As you sit back, that's going to open up your hips more. But if you have any tension in your lower back, keeping your knees together will help you to relieve that. Now let's just take a moment here to take big breaths, find our breath again, and maybe just give yourself a little forehead massage. So you can kind of rock your head from side to side, maybe bringing it back to center and moving yourself up onto the crown of your head and then back down, finding what feels good for you. Perfect. And when you're ready, returning to tabletop position. We thought we were done with those, but we're switching it up this time. So, big inhale. As you exhale, once again, lift your knees just barely off of the mat. Remember, we're pulling our toes towards the palms of our hands. Palms are nice and spread with fingers wide. Now, big inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, reach your right leg back, then your left. And we're gonna take a little tap. So we're in a high plank right now. If you need to, please feel free to drop down and just come into a low plank with your knees lowered. No matter what, we're squeezing through our glutes and we're still pulling our hands and our either your knees or your toes towards each other, getting that full core engagement. If you're up in your high plank, I want you to take your knees and just tap the ground lightly and then lift them back up. Once again, taking your knees, tapping the mat lightly, and then lifting. Now step your feet back in to tabletop position, just that raised tabletop, knees slightly off the mat. Lower down, sit back into your child's pose position. We're gonna speed that up this time and take out the child's pose. So when you're ready, tabletop. Remember, you can always hang out in child's pose if you're a little exhausted, but I feel like you guys are probably good. Go ahead and lift your knees up slightly off that mat. When you're ready, big inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, reach those feet back. Big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower your knees to the mat. Lift, and then draw the knees back in. Good. Lower knees down, lift them back up. Take it again. Reach back, drop the knees to tap. Lift, draw them back in. Lower your knees to the mat. Lift it up. 2 more times. Lowering your knees and lifting. Draw them back in. 1 more time. Here we go. Reaching back, keeping our spine long, pulling our toes towards each other. Hold this little tabletop position for 3, 2, 1 more big breath. And 1. Take your heels together, your big toes together to touch. Knees wide, sit yourself back into child's pose. Tabletop, goodbye, we don't need you anymore. You can maybe take that little head massage if you'd like on your mat, or just take some time here to find your breath. We're gonna find our Ujjayi breath all together. Imagine that there's a little window underneath you, so maybe your mat's a window, but not like in a creepy way, just like a window, the sky, okay? It's just a gorgeous view right here. That's what we're seeing. So we have a gorgeous view of the sky in the window underneath us. Those were just like, you didn't need any of those details, but I don't know why I gave them to you. So big inhale through your nose. And as you exhale through your mouth, imagine fogging up this window. So big inhale, exhale, fog up the window. Take it again. Big inhale through your nose. Exhale, fog up the window. This time, do that same motion where you're fogging up the window, but breathe out through your nose. So keep your mouth closed. Big inhale. Exhale, fog up the window with your nose. Good, take it again. Big inhale. Exhale, fog up the window with your nose. Perfect. Welcome to your Ujjayi breath. Now this breath is heating you. So if you're in a room like I am, where it's 90 degrees and has no air conditioning, you might need to breathe out your mouth sometimes to make sure that you don't overheat. However, we want to heat up the body, so we're going to use our Ujjayi breath a lot of the time. So try to use your Ujjayi breath, but if you get too hot, feel free to breathe out your mouth. Good. Now, big inhale. On your next exhale, imagine there's a tennis ball right in front of your nose, and you're rolling it forward, keeping your elbows close to your side and coming all the way up into a little baby cobra position. So legs are out behind you, our hands are beneath our shoulder. I guess you have two shoulders. And you're actively pulling your shoulder blades together, lifting your chest slightly off the mat. Looking down still at the mat, so trying to keep your spine aligned and not like craning your neck to look up. Good. Breathe here as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull your shoulder blades together even more. Tightening through your glutes still, keeping everything engaged, maybe pointing your toes to keep your feet engaged as well. And on your next exhale, lower down to the mat. Good. Now you can take that again, or this time, we're gonna lift our hands off the mat for extra intensity. So, big inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, lift yourself up, either just to your baby cobra or lifting your hands with it. Squeezing through your glutes, lengthening through your spine, maybe taking your arms overhead for added intensity. Remember, we're not craning our neck to look up. We're still just looking a few inches in front of where our face would lie. And breathing through this, pulling your shoulder blades down and back towards each other, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Breathing. In 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and set your hands beneath your shoulders. Press yourself back into your child's pose. Resting here for a moment. Now when you're ready, you can take your hands, put the pressure on your hands. Make sure that once again they're nice and wide, fingers spread. Tuck your toes under, and we're just gonna lift back into a downward facing dog. So you can pedal your feet here, first downward dog of the day. You're lifting your hips towards the sky, lengthening through that spine. I'm just gonna say that 1,000 times that you're supposed to lengthen through your spine. So if you didn't know, you should lengthen through your spine. You're welcome. So making sure that you're finding a comfortable position here. This is supposed to be a resting pose. For some people, if you need pressure off of your shoulders, you can bring your feet closer to your hands. But if you feel good, you can take them further back, especially if you have really tight hamstrings. You'll want those legs further away from your knees. I'm sweating into my eyes. So pedaling your feet, maybe shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Good, and when you're ready, take some tiny little steps, walking your feet towards your hands. Good, big inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, lower down. And once again, shaking your head yes. Shaking your head no. Big inhale, reach your hands up towards the sky, mountain pose. Good, big exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Now I want you to find the 3 mounds of your feet. So you have the mound on your big toes, mound on your little toes, and then your heel. I want you to really find center between all 3 of those. I don't want you to put too much pressure on the inside or too much on the outside. Really try to balance. Maybe lifting all 10 toes and then setting down one at a time. Big inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your hands into like Charlie's Angel guns. Inhale, lift and squeeze through your glutes. Keep your knees slightly bent. Exhale, slight back bend. Squeezing your glutes protects your lower back. Make sure you're really lifting and breathing. And when you're ready, return to center. Big inhale, reach up nice and tall. Exhale, swan dive down. Keeping your knees slightly bent. Big inhale, halfway lift, hands to shin. Big exhale, step, plant your hands, step, hop, or jump back into a plank. Big inhale, reach forward past your hands. Exhale, lower down, keeping your elbows close to your side. You can come all the way to the mat, Or if you'd like, just lower down, lift into an upward dog or a baby cobra, and then return to downward facing dog. Pedal your feet here. Good. Big inhale, reach your right leg up towards the sky. And as you exhale, try to stack your hips on top of each other, keeping your shoulders completely square. So opening your hips to the right side, trying to stack them, maybe taking some little circles with your right leg. Inhale, extend your right leg towards the sky. Exhale, draw your right leg across your body. You can either hold here or extend your right leg all the way through, opening up. If you'd like to really challenge yourself here, you can lift your right leg up off the floor. Good. So holding here for a moment, breathing through this, squeezing, working those adductors inside your leg. Big inhale, exhale, draw your left hand back down towards the mat and extend your right leg up towards the sky. Good. Opening up once again, stacking your hips on top of each other as much as possible. Good. Once again, big inhale, reach your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, draw it across your body with control. You can extend that leg and set it on the ground, or keep the leg lifted. Big inhale. Exhale, draw yourself back down, square off, and open your hip at the top. Good. Once again, big inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, draw it across. Opening up, finding what you need, breathing through this. Big inhale, big exhale, reaching back down, lifting your right leg. One more time with this. Big inhale, reaching your right leg up. Exhale, drawing it across, opening to the side, breathing, holding, and when you're ready, return, opening through your hips. Good. Go ahead and set your right leg back down. Walk it out. Find some relief here. And when you're ready, walk your feet in nice and slowly. Big inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to the top, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, step, hop, or jump back and chaturanga. Find what you need. Good. Let's take that left side now. Big inhale, reach your left leg up towards the sky. Keeping your foot flexed and engaged. And then stack your hips on top of each other. Try to bring your left knee right above your right hip. Remember, we're keeping our shoulders squared, so our shoulders, our upper body is not moving. We're just trying to open through our hip. You can be taking little circles. And when you're ready, square that off. Lift your left leg up to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, draw your left leg across your body. You can hold here, or extend your left leg with it on the floor, or lift up and lift your left leg. Breathing here and holding. Finding what you need. Maybe shaking like I am. Big inhale. Big exhale. Draw yourself back down. Lift your left leg up to the sky. And then open your hips, keeping your shoulders squared. Good. Big inhale. Lifting your left leg to the sky. Exhale. Drawing your leg across. Finding what you need. Opening up to the side. Good, breathing through this. And when you're ready, right hand comes back down. Press back, open your hips. 2 more times with this, you can handle it. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, across the body. Opening up to the side. Breathing through this. And when you're ready, sitting your right leg back down. Pressing the left leg up, opening your hips. One more time, here we go. Inhale, square up. Exhale, leg across the body. Opening up, holding here. You can do this, big breath. Breathe through it. And when you're ready, right hand comes down. Open up and stack those hips. Ooh. Take some circles. And when you're ready, set that left leg back down. Pedaling out your feet. Walk or jump your feet back up. Big inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take it again, so big inhale up. Mountain pose, arms up overhead. Exhale, Charlie's Angel hands. Little back bend, squeezing through your glutes, lifting and reaching. Good. Big inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, hop, or jump back, or just meet to us in down dog. Find what you need. Good. All right, here we go. Big inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, draw your right knee in towards your nose, and then step it through. So coming into a high lunge. Lifting up. Now actively think about pulling your left hip forward and squaring your hips off. In doing that, you're going to feel your feet pulling towards each other. That's good. We like a little action right there. So, actively engaging as we speak. If you'd like, you can keep your hands up overhead or keep them at heart center. I will even let you put them on your hips if you'd like. I know, I'm getting crazy here. Big inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, lowering down, not quite tapping your left foot to the mat, but getting pretty low. Good. So feel that engage, still continue trying to square off your hips, really lengthening through our spine, and then lifting, pressing through the heel of our right foot to engage our right glutes. Lowering down and lifting. Perfect. Keep it up, lowering. And lifting. Breathe through this, find your Ujjayi breath. Two more. One last time. Perfect. Now this time hold at the bottom. I have to scooch back slightly. Make sure you have a little bit of space around you and in front of you. So we're staying nice and low, still engaging through our glutes. We're low here. Now I want you to take your weight completely into your right heel. So that right heel, that right foot is holding our weight. So you can kind of bring your chest forward, keeping your spine long. Arms come down to the side, or they can come to heart center. And we're gonna lift our left leg. Now, if this is a little bit intense for you, we're in warrior three here. Please feel free to keep your left foot on the ground. Even a little bit less intense is keeping that left foot next to your right foot. No matter what, your spine stays long, belly button stays pulled in towards your spine, and our hips are square. Perfect. If you'd like, you can take your arms up overhead in this position for more intensity. Find what you need. Breathing through this. Good, and when you're ready, go ahead and lift yourself up. Try not to set that foot down, but if you need to, please feel free to rest it for a minute. And lifting your left foot up. Now, keep a nice little bend through that right leg still. We don't want to lock it out. And when you're ready, lifting that left leg forward. Perfect. So you're really trying to control here. If you need to, you can keep the leg bent. But you're trying to straighten out through your left leg. Big inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, draw your left ankle across and above your right knee. And sit back into a figure four position. So, our left ankle comes above our right knee. That looks really good. Comes above our right knee. And we lower down. Keep your left foot flexed. Find a point, something that's not moving to focus on, and that'll help you keep your balance. Breathe here. If this is too intense intense for your knees or anything, you can always just take a little slight crossover just over the ankle. Or even kicking into the outside of your foot. And when you're ready, without setting your foot down, you lift your foot again, keeping that nice bend through your right leg. Shoot back into the warrior three. Remember, you can always set your left foot down. And now just float your foot back into a low lunge. So not all the way low, just back into that lower position. Good, round 1 of 3 done. We'll go a little bit quicker with these next 2. So big inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, lean forward, weight comes into the right foot, and we lift into warrior 3. Remember to stay engaged, belly button pulled in towards your spine. Find a focal point, something that's not moving to focus on. Good, and when you're ready, draw your left leg through. Remember, you can set it down in the middle if you need to. Straighten out your left leg. Hold it. And when you're ready, left leg comes across. Left ankle above your right knee. Flexing through your left ankle, keeping your spine long. Sitting the weight back into your hips. Good. When you're ready, lifting that left knee again. Shooting back into warrior 3 position. I have a cramp in my right foot. Good, and then floating back down into that lunge position. Nice and slow. Try to wait as long as possible before your right foot goes down. Good, last time through, here we go. Weight shifts forward. We are breathing through into warrior 3. Lifting our left leg. Woo. Keeping a nice little bend through our right leg. When you're ready, left knee comes through. Extend your left leg. Left ankle across and above your right knee. Sitting your weight back into your hips. Keep it up. Try to sink a little bit lower this time if you can. Good, when you're ready, lifting, shooting back into warrior 3. And now wait as long as possible before you set that foot down. Abs stay tight. How slow can you go? Come back into your lunge. Woo! And step your foot in. Shake it out. Good grief, grab some water if you need it. Woo! Big inhale, reach up to the sky. Big exhale, forward fold. Big inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and plant your hands, step, hop, or jump back and take chaturanga up or meet us in downward facing dog. Time for our left side. Pedal your feet. I promise we'll stretch through those hamstrings and glutes once we're done with this side, okay? Big inhale, reach your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, draw your left knee through, knee to nose, and then step your left foot in between your hands. Lift up into a high lunge. And remember, we're staying active. So, trying to pull our right hip towards the front, squaring off our hips, and feeling the engagement between our feet. Hands can come on your hips, or to heart center, or up overhead, whatever you need. Big inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, lowering down into our low lunge position. Still staying active here, pulling our toes towards the front heel, really staying engaged. And then when you're ready, exhale, lift up. Breathing through this, find your shiny breath. Keep engaged. Really keep yourself working the entire time. Pressing through the heel of our left foot to engage through our glutes. Perfect. Two more here. You can handle this.
They say true love's the greatest weapon.
Last one. Hold at the bottom on the next. Stay low. Now remember, weight is coming forward into our left leg. If you need to readjust, you know what's coming. So, get ready. Hands can come down to the side. They can stay overhead, whatever you need. Weight comes forward. We just kind of lift up out of our hip bones and lean. Weight is in the left leg. Heel of our left foot is taking a lot of weight here. Lifting our right leg, coming into warrior three. Square off your hips. Keep your right foot engaged. So flex through that foot. Belly button is pulled in towards your spine. And our spine is nice and long. Holding here. Sweating all over the mat. And when you're ready, you can draw that right foot through. Remember all of your options. Feel free to set that right foot down if you need to. Find whatever you need. Keep a nice little bend through the left leg. And when you're ready, you can extend that right leg out. Trying to straighten through the knee. Inhale. As you exhale, right ankle comes above your left knee and sit the way back. Now remember, if you need to, you can always just take that foot across slightly and sit the weight back, or you can literally just sit the weight back here. It's whatever you need today. Find your focal point though. Find a point that's not moving and allow it to draw you in. Continue to breathe here. And when you're ready, lift up, lifting your right knee and shoot back into warrior three. Staying engaged, keeping the nice little bend through your left knee. Good, now remember, keep your right foot off the ground for as long as possible and lower down into that low high lunge. Good. 2 more times with this, you can handle it. When you're ready, weight comes forward into the left foot, lift yourself into warrior three. Moving a little bit more fluidly through these this time. Good. Continue breathing into this as you draw your right knee forward. Extend your right knee when you're ready. Finding your breath and finding your focus. Take your right foot and ankle comes above the knee of your left leg. Sit the weight back into your hips. Finding the level that you can hear, keeping your right foot flexed.
Learn you get the fizz if you can't keep your mouth closed. That summer left a couple marks like Groucho. That halo can turn hollow depending how low.
Shoot your right
that
leg
summer
back.
left a couple tan lines. I love my city. They let me cut the line on the damn rhyme. They walk on eggshells and landmines. They communicate with hand signs.
One more time. Remember, you're engaged here still. Pulling your feet towards each other. Good. Weight comes forward. Lifting into warrior three. You can always take the option with your foot close. Find what you need today. Good. Stay engaged, lengthening your heel away from the rest of your body. When you're ready, right knee comes through. Lifting, extending through your right leg. And drawing your right ankle above your left knee, sitting the weight back into your hips. Finding your last figure 4 stretch of the day.
I remember the last summer of the teens. I can't recall too many summers in between.
And when you're ready, lifting your right knee back up.
Lion King. My daughter on the swing like the 2017 Cubs. My daughter on the double ring up. Finger look
See
like
how long you can go before setting this foot down. Nice and slowly. Coming to your lower to high lunge. And when you're ready, step your foot in. Feet are going to come a little bit wider than shoulders apart. Take a big inhale, reaching up to the sky. Big exhale, forward fold, knees slightly bent. And we're gonna rest here for a second. So, our feet are just slightly wider than shoulders apart. I want you to take your hands and place the palms of your hands underneath your foot. So, palms of your hand under your feet, and maybe use your toes to give your wrist a little massage, keeping your knees nice and bent, and just allowing your neck to release. Notice if you're holding any tension.
Days disappeared into months into years. Hold that feeling forever.
Maybe straightening one leg at a time, feeling the stretch through your calves as well as your hamstrings.
Angry as she can be, I walk my days on a wire.
Good. When you're ready, you can take your hands out from underneath your toes, still keeping your feet a little bit wider than they might normally be. We're going to take a nice little halfway lift with our hands on the mat, and then walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Take your left hand and grab your right ankle, and then take your right hand and take it behind your left leg. No, I meant your right leg. And place it on the shin of your left foot. And now you can just hang out here, or you can start twisting towards the left side. So kind of looking underneath your left armpit, checking the weather, feeling that twist in your side body, while also stretching through your glutes and your hamstrings.
Just like she throws with the arm of her brother. I want it. It's a crime that she's not around most of the time. The way she shows me I'm hers, and
Good. When you're ready, release that. Walk your hands out, back to a nice little forward fold with your hands on the floor. And then walk them over to the left side of your mat. We're going to take our left hand, wrap it behind our left leg and to the front of our right shin, and then take your right hand and just take it around the back of your left leg. And once again, you can look underneath your right armpit if you'd like, kind of looking up at the sky, or you can just hang out here, trying to keep your weight balanced across both legs, not fully putting your weight in your left leg. Maybe close your eyes.
But she loves like sleep to the freezing, sweet and right and merciful. I'm all but washed in the tide of her breathing. It's worth it. It's divine.
When you're ready, you can unwind yourself. Once again, be a halfway lift. And this time, we're just going to take our feet together, or as close together as you'd like them to be. And just ease yourself down, bending your knees, allowing your heels to raise if they need to, and come into a little ball. Maybe tucking your forehead down to your legs. If you'd like to challenge yourself, you can give yourself a little hug. Test your balance as if it hasn't been tested enough. Good. When you're ready, you can take your hands behind you and lower yourself down slowly to the mat. Big inhale, lengthen through your spine. Maybe taking your hands down to the side of you or up on the outsides of your legs. But inhale, lengthening through your spine. Exhale, maybe lifting your feet. Good, big inhale, lengthen. And exhale, lowering down to a low boat position. If you need to, you can always keep your feet on the mat the whole time and just take a little lift and lower here. But if you're comfortable, hold here. Good, big inhale. As you exhale, lift yourself back up. One more time with that. So Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower down. Breathing through the slow boat position, or you can take your feet to the mat, finding what you need, pressing your lower back into the mat. Big inhale. As you exhale, come back up. This time, kind of holding onto your knees. And allow yourself to roll slowly down to the mat. So allowing your upper body to fall, allow your neck to come down, and then slowly slide your legs down the mat. Welcome to the ground. We needed this. We deserve this. So big inhale, lift your right leg in towards your chest. Right foot's flexed. Actually, both feet are flexed. And just hold, hug that knee in. As you inhale, expand your belly to meet your thigh. And as you exhale, pull your thigh towards your belly. Good, big inhales through your nose. Big exhales out your mouth. One more big breath here. And when you're ready, switch legs. Left leg coming in, both feet flexed. Big inhales, expand your belly to your thigh. Big exhales, expand your thigh, or draw your thigh towards your belly. One more big breath here. When you're ready, draw your right knee in as well, so that you have both legs now. You can hug your knees in, once again, keeping your feet flexed. Maybe press your knees against your hand, kind of rock side to side, or maybe try to take little circles with your lower back into the ground. And you can find what you need here as our last little move before Shavasana. So maybe you'd like to take Happy Baby, grabbing your toes and rocking side to side, extending one leg and then the other. Maybe you'd like to take a shoulder stand. Find whatever's calling to you at the moment. Allow yourself to just sit with it. And when you're ready, pull your knees back into center. Give yourself one big squeeze. Final squeeze, maybe bringing your forehead up to your knees. Take a big inhale. Big exhale, squeeze a little bit further, and then relax yourself down to the mat, allowing your limbs to fall, finding a comfortable position. If you have tightness in your lower back, constructive rest pose might be helpful, where you'll take your feet as wide as the mat goes, and then draw your knees towards each other. No matter what, find what works for you right here. And just return to your breath and your intention. ready, begin to draw your brain movement back into your fingers and toes. Draw yourself back into this present moment. Maybe start rolling your wrists and your ankles. Maybe move your head side to side. When you're ready, you can use your bicep as a pillow and roll onto one side. You can stay here or push yourself up to a seated position when you feel ready. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you're feeling refreshed and also as sweaty as I am after this practice. My name is Julie, this is Share Joy, and thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.